welcome to a new video here. So I have a couple updates. The two Wii's that I got, one was listed for parts. They knew it didn't have any AV out. I tested and confirmed that that was the case. I planned on using that disk drive though. I did put a disk in and it spun up and read it. So I was planning on using that disk drive in my black Wii that I'd gotten for free. But those plans changed when I tested the Wii that I purchased locally here for 20 bucks. That one fired up and the AV worked just fine, but the disk drive did not. It made the same clicking noises as the black one and just refused to read any discs at all. So, backup plan, the For Parts Wii became the For Parts Wii for the $20 Wii. And that is now working, tested and fully functional. You know, it's down here ready for sale. I'll show you here in a second, but yeah. So that was not the original plan, but thankfully it worked out. I'm still only into the system itself, 20 bucks. I got a remote for about 5 bucks and a nunchuck for about 5 bucks. So I have a whole system. I'm gonna sell Mario Galaxy with it. I know y'all saw that from the pickup last week as well. So I've got it listed for sale right now for 75 bucks on Marketplace, so we'll see. I'm into that whole kit about 50 bucks. So if I get anything above 60, I'll be pretty happy. That's way more than I would normally have wanted to spend on a Wii, but it is what it is. Thankfully, I was able to fix it, and at least I can still sell it and make something of a profit. So the other games, everything's listed on eBay. Just waiting on listings to sell. So let's take a quick look at the Wii and just so you guys can see what the bundle looks like. Yeah, so here we are. This is the $20 Wii, all cleaned up. I opened it up, I cleaned out the disk drive area, sprayed it with air in there, cleaned off the laser, put it quick back together just to see if it would work. I didn't think it would, and it didn't. So broke the other one down. That one's over here. This one was actually funny. It was a previous GameStop refurbished unit. That's what this label was right here that I peeled off. You can kind of see the GameStop logo still there, actually. So this one did not work. I plugged it in. The AV did not function. But it did take a disc and it did spin up and read it. So I knew it had a good disk drive. Popped the disk drive out, put it in the other one. Thankfully, these are really not too bad to work on. Not quite as easy as the PS2 Slim. That thing was real easy to get into and work on, but this is really not bad at all. There's not much to it. And to replace the disk drive only takes about 20 minutes probably. So yeah, not too bad. That is working. So unfortunately that leaves my black Wii over here still diskless, but yeah. The charger here does work. The only problem is it doesn't supply enough voltage with this power adapter to charge the batteries all the way. So whoever gets it, hopefully they can get a power adapter that's correct and it'll work just fine. I'm not charging for it, I'm just throwing that in. The remote works just fine with AA's though, so there's no problem there. So yeah, these things are also for sale still here. These two Pokemon games and Dance Dance Revolution. And Dragon Ball Z is still in here, so yep. All that stuff we're still waiting for sale, so I'll update you guys when anything new happens. Well, hi everybody. I've got some updates for you guys. A bunch of things have sold, so we do have some money back in the game fund, but I'm going to tell you guys about next steps here in just a little bit. Let's take a quick look at the latest thing that I've picked up, but before we do that, I'll just go over real quick the things that I've sold. So I did sell the Wii with Mario Galaxy. I had some folks here to set up internet in my house, and they were thoroughly enjoying the game room and talking about old games. And so when they left, I just mentioned, hey, if you know anyone who's looking for this, let me know. And he goes, actually, my wife's been asking me to get one. How much are you wanting for it? And I said, I'd take 65 bucks. And he said, deal. So he took that home with him. And I got my 1 gig internet set up here. So I'm now at 1 gig symmetrical, which is pretty cool. The Dragon Ball Z game for PSP sold on eBay. That one sold for 60 even plus shipping. I profit about 50 bucks from that. So not bad. That pays for the lot of the PSP games that I got, and plus $10, so I'm pretty happy with that. And then we also sold the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 3DS game. That one sold really quick. I priced it pretty competitively. I guess I probably priced it a little bit too low in retrospect, because it sold within just a couple of days, which is very uncommon for me. So, but nevertheless, I'm happy to have that $20 back in the fund so we can spend it. So about $21 in profit there. So all told, we're at about, let's see, about 65 to $68 in profit on everything that sold. Um, so yeah, doing pretty good. We're back up to about $120 in the game fund, and we still have some stuff to sell. So let's go over quick what the latest thing that I picked up was. So I met some really nice people. So the PS2 controller that I had, that was part of the bundle I bought. I had no way to test it because I've already sold that PS2. So I put out a call in our neighborhood group and said, hey, can anybody help me with testing this out? And this guy messaged me back and he said, hey, I've got a PS2, I can help you out. So I went over to his house. Unfortunately, the controller did not work, but it was in pretty good condition overall. So he said, hey, I've got a display of PS2 stuff behind me, and I would love to just use this as a PS2 display if you would want to trade me for a working controller. And I said, well, I don't have a PS2, and I was just going to sell this one if it worked. So, to me, it's really got no value if it doesn't work. So you can go ahead and just keep it if you can get some value out of it. And he said, well, I would like to give you something, so why don't you come in my PlayStation Shrine area and see what you can find. And so we settled on this game. He asked me what kind of games I like to play, and he said this fits my mold of game pretty well. So it's worth about $6, $7, $8, not too much. Definitely a pretty solid trade for a non-working controller, I would say. So yeah, that was super nice of him. I wasn't expecting to get anything out of it, but he and his wife are gamers, and she likes to tinker with stuff, so much like I do. So she was asking me, would I consider fixing it, or have I ever fixed one? And so we got to talking, and I said I had some PS4 controllers that needed some work, which I do, right over there. And she goes, oh, well, I have some extra sticks if you want them. So she sent me home with these replacement sticks as well, which is awesome because both of the controllers have messed up sticks. So I'm super happy for that. Thankful for these guys. This is his handle on Twitch. If y'all want to follow him on Twitch, that'd be awesome. Yeah, just a really cool guy. I'm glad to have made that connection, and I think we'll definitely keep in touch. All right, well, I do have to order some stuff. One of the things I'm going to order is a OLED screen mod for the Game Boy Color. We're probably going to put that in the Game Boy Color that was originally my wife's, and that way everybody can play it. I'm hoping I can have that done by the time we go on our vacation. So we're going on summer vacation to a beach here in Texas with our whole family. And I would love to be able to take that thing down there and let everybody play it with that new screen. I don't know if it's going to happen, but hopefully it does. It'd be pretty cool, I think, for them to see it. Everybody was excited that it just fired right up and turned on. But yeah, you couldn't really see much on it. So that'd be cool. With that, I'm just ordering a bunch of spare parts for things that I've needed a few times now, so it'll be worth having some spares. I'm ordering everything from AliExpress, so it'll take a while to get here. But yeah, we'll have things like PS4 sticks, Wii controller backs, GameCube controller sticks, so I can fix that controller and get it sold. So yeah, and at least I have a way to test that one. So once that stuff gets here, I'll get that controller cleaned up and we'll get it tested and ready for sale. Those are worth about 25 to 30 bucks in good condition, so hopefully we can get that for that. And that's really the only thing I can think of that's still for sale, except for the Beachbody DVDs that are just mine forever, I guess. And oh, there's a couple of other games, the Dance Revolution Mario game and Pokemon Sun. So I may make a quick deal with my reseller friend in the other town here, so I can just have that cash. My plan is to go pawn shopping in Corpus Christi, which is near where we're going to be on our vacation, and just see what's there and what I can find. If I can find something to flip or not, we'll just see. I'm not flying, I'm driving, so I'll have plenty of room to bring stuff back. So I'm hoping to have at least about 200 bucks in cash to play with while we're down there. So you may not see me make any new videos about picking stuff up until we get back, but yeah, that'll be around the 4th of July. And then I'll get back to the normal flipping once we're back. So, oh, one other thing I wanted to talk about real quick was the Nintendo Direct that just happened. So, I am super excited for the Mario and Luigi brothership game. I think that trailer was awesome. I don't know if I'll be able to insert any clips of it in here because Nintendo is Nintendo, but yeah, I think that game is really cool. I just brought back all the nostalgia from my childhood playing the original Mario and Luigi game on my Game Boy Advance SP on the bus to school and back. So yeah, super stoked for that. I think my son will love it too. The other game, of course, that I'm really stoked about is Metroid Prime 4. So hopefully by the time those come out, we'll have built up enough money in the game fund to go ahead and pre-order them both. And that way we can get them day one. The other thing is hopefully we'll be able to build enough money up for when they announce the Switch 2. I'd love to be able to pre-order that. In my opinion, it looked like the Metroid game was actually looking really, really good graphically. And that to me says it might be a Switch 2 launch title. That's just my guess. But we'll see how that pans out. I mean, they'd be silly, I think, not to release it on both systems at least. But yeah, I think definitely the graphics looked really good. And if it is a regular Switch title, I'll be really impressed. So yeah, that's all. Apparently I'm supposed to ask everyone to like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I have not been doing that. So if you get to the end of the video, please go ahead and do that if you like this kind of content. And if you don't, I understand. I'm new at this and a total complete noob, so give me a chance and hopefully we can learn and grow together. Hey everybody, it's Brian here with Don't Panic Tech Solutions. Just got a quick update for y'all. I'm not buying and selling too much right now because of my upcoming vacation, and I want to have the cash to make deals there. My brother-in-law and my father-in-law and I are going to go shopping around at some pawn shops, maybe in some local game store maybes, and we'll see what we can find to flip down there. That's just an area I've never been to before. I'm just kind of curious about what might be there. So yeah, we're just going to go take a look. So let's go over what I quickly purchased here. Pretty cool purchase. I got a lead on Facebook from somebody who's in a town not near me, but not too far away, that was selling 2 PSPs and a Nintendo DS for $100. And just one PSP alone is about $100 nowadays. I've sold one before for that much. So I decided to message him, and he said, yeah, all 3 systems for $100. And he said the DS is the original one and it powers on. And the PSPs don't power on, they need to be charged. So I said, okay, no problem. We'll come take a look. And I said, do you mind if I bring, my own charger and battery and games and everything just to test everything out? And he said, no, not at all, bring it. So my son and I went over there to check them out. So let's see what we got. So this is what we ended up with. He had 2 PSP 2000s, and then the case and this Nintendo DS. This was really dirty and filthy and disgusting, but I was able to clean it up, and it's actually in really pretty good condition for an original DS like this. The hinge is not broken. It's not really discolored. There's not much of the paint missing. It's just really normal wear and tear. The only unfortunate thing about this one, and the reason I'll be selling it for parts, is the dead spots on the screens there. So on the bottom one, it's not too bad. On the top one, it's more pronounced. However, I will say it doesn't really affect gameplay at all, and it doesn't affect Game Boy Advance playing at all. Like the screen, the Game Boy Advance games don't even touch the dead parts of the screen. So it'd be pretty good if you just wanted to play Game Boy Advance games. or if you just didn't care about the lines, or if you have a busted silver DS that needs parts, this is a great parts machine. And any other DS, that might need a motherboard or something, it's a great parts machine for that. So I do have this listed for sale. I'm not going to keep it. I don't have any original DSs that need parts. So funny enough, the guy, when we started going through the PSPs, opened it up and found the Genesis collection here that he didn't even know was in there. So this and the case were just kind of free. After we started going through everything, he actually pulled a battery out of one of the PSPs, and it was a fluffy pillow battery. So he said, you know what? Because the DS has got the bad screens, and because the battery is fluffy, I'll go ahead and give everything to you for $80. And so we tested these out. So I'm just gonna say these are probably some of the best kept PSPs that I've seen. I have my own, but these I think look better than even mine do. So these are both 2000 models. Neither of them have batteries or chargers, but I put my own battery in them, and they work just fine. So they read games, all the buttons work, screens are fine. So yeah, we looked at both of these. Once I found out, that they were working good, I went ahead and made the deal. So we paid $80 for everything. This is the special edition God of War one. This one has a little bit more wear and tear on the screen, but overall it's in really good condition. Just like the black one. I mean, really the biggest wear point on either of these is the scuffs on the ring around the PSP logo there. So yeah, really, really nice condition. And like I said, they both work flawlessly. So I am not interested in trying to sell these on my own. They take forever to sell. So this one, since it's for parts, I've got it listed for sale. I'm going to worry about this one. All this other stuff, I'm going to sell to my my flipping friend in our local area here. And he's going to help me out and take these off my hands. So since I was able to pay so little for them, I'm going to sell to him at 60% of price starting value. And that way he can make a profit, and I'm still going to double my money. So I'm totally fine with that. It gives me the cash to keep in the game fund when we go on vacation. And we will have our goal of about $200 when we get down there, so we can go around and see what we can find. So I am totally fine with that. The other things I'm going to do, I'm going to throw in these games with it too. These are 2 PSP games that I will never play, so I'm just not going to keep them because I don't need them. And then this GameCube game that I got a couple weeks back, I've had it on eBay. It hasn't been doing well, so I asked him if he'd be interested in it, and he said yes. So again, on these things, 60% of price starting value because they are in good condition. He's willing to pay that, and I'm willing to let him go for that because that's less than what I have in them. So quick profit turnaround there. And I will let you guys know if anything else happens before vacation. But likely I'll have to shoot some filler just to get a video out before we leave. So I'll probably go over some of the technology that I use on a daily basis to do my work, and for what I do for fun as well. So look forward to that. And again, if I have any more updates on things that sell, I will let you know. Thanks for watching.